Good morning from Atlantic City, here from Surf Stadium, the former home of the Atlantic City Surf. This place hasn't seen professional baseball in quite some time, but I'll tell you, this place has held up. It's the first of 4 games in the South Jersey NABA All-Star Game this weekend. We'll start with the A Division this Saturday morning. Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Wilkins. Ben Wilden and Donovan Schmidt will be joining me throughout the day. This is going to be a long day, but it's going to be a worthwhile day here in Atlantic City. We've got the views of the casinos in the back. Umpires are on the field. Teams are getting ready to go, and it's our first of 4 games today. We're going to start with the A Division. I'm going to be doing a little bit of double duty today. I have a little bit of public address duties to do, so I will be reading the rosters before each game, and then I'll get back on the headset, and we'll get ready to play a grand total of 28 innings of baseball, 7 innings, 4 games. It's going to be fun, but I will turn our attention to the field, and we will introduce some rosters.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning and welcome to Atlantic City Surf Stadium. This morning we have the first of 4 All-Star games in the South Jersey National Adult Baseball Association. I'm your public address announcer and broadcaster for this weekend's events, Dan Wilkins. We will have special events throughout the entire day. We've got concessions and we've got our silent auction behind the home plate as well. Prior to each game, we'll be reading the rosters out for each side of each division. Players, you can continue doing what you're doing. We're just going to read out the rosters as normal prior to the start of the game. Beginning with the Single A American Division, as managed by Matt Gosloff of the South Jersey Marlins. The South Jersey Marlins represent with Brad Wallace, Alex Cadwalder, and Aiden Rogers. Representing the Garden State Gators, Mark Colligan, Tyler Schweiker, and Spencer Corrigan. Representing the Deptford Demon Knights, Andrew Karn, Mike Forziati, and Jacob Bond. Representing Tanky's Angels, Joe Campbell, Zach Costello, and Joe Bryson. And representing the South Jersey Bulldogs, Tyler Clayton, Bob Druden, and Jacob Taylor. Representing the A Division national team, as led by manager Matt Watson of the Newfield Discounts. Representing the Newfield Discounts, Maurice Lewis, Joshua Rosa, Gary Cole. Representing the South Jersey Firehawks, Tyler Lashley, Matt McNeil, and Ricky Bessex Jr. Representing the South Jersey Clippers, Amit Shah, Kyle Horn, and Rob Traster. Representing the Camden Pirates, Josh Wyden, J.T. DeLuca, and Tyler Franco. Representing the South Jersey Patriots, Ernie DeSimone, Nick West, and Shelton Marsden. And last but not least, representing the Hamilton Bulldogs, Aiden Scannon, Tyler Whatever, and Josh Clemente. We hope you enjoy today's games here at Surf Stadium. Don't forget, behind home plate towards first base, there are concessions, and there will be a silent auction hosted by Bill's Sports Cards and Memorabilia, with the auction running from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The updates from the silent auction will be posted on Bill's Facebook and MTP Memorabilia That Provides Instagram. We're also providing live streams of all 4 games today on our YouTube page on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting.
Welcome back. It's our first of 4 All-Star games this morning and afternoon from Surf Stadium in Atlantic City. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Ben Wilden and Donovan Schmidt. We've got the Camden Pirates' J.T. DeLuca getting the start, and for the American side, the first batter representing the South Jersey Marlins will be Brad Wallace. So we had a successful first game last night, and the first pitch misses inside. Wallace had to duck down for that one. DeLuca says he's going to throw a knuckleball. Yeah, it was for a strike. I don't know if that was a knuckleball, but it was a strike. DeLuca ready. Popped up. Third base side. Bessick's going over. He'll go over towards the foul line. He'll make the catch, out number 1. So Wallace is retired, and representing the Angels, this will bring up Zach Costello. For DeLuca, he has a 6 ERA this season in 14 innings, as a strike is called. He's allowed 4 earned runs. Or, excuse me, no, his ERA is 6, I apologize. 8 earned runs for him, 3 unearned. There's another swing and a miss, 0-2. 11 strikeouts for the right-hander. And he has thrown 1 complete game this year. He has hit 7 batters. It's outside. The first base umpire just tapped his head for an ABS challenge. This is going to be a fun day. Here's the pitch. That one is grounded right in front of the mound. This is going to be a tough play from behind the plate. The throw to first is down the right field line. It gets away. It's going to go into right field, and McNeil's going to pick it up. On his horse to third is going to be Costello. The throw to Bessick is up the line. And that might be one of the first times you're going to see a ground ball that went 5 feet turn into 3 bases. It'll be an error on the catcher. Here is Joe Bryson representing Tanky's Angels. One of the few players to have played in last night's game and tonight's game. He was the starter in the midweek All-Star game. The national team won 13-2. Ryan Voss of the South Jersey Lightning received player of the game honors, as there's a strike call. The Angels, the most successful team in the A division this year, top of the board at 16-1. There's a ground ball. That could get through out to second base. Sliding stop by McNeil. Throw to first is scooped. He got him, but the run scores. So Bryson drives in his own teammate, and it's 1-0 for the Americans. And now here's Bob Druding, the Overbrook High School grad. Now, for those that aren't aware, I actually do play in South Jersey NABA, depending on when I'm available from work, and the South Jersey Bulldogs are the team I call home, so it's nice being able to call an at-bat of one of my teammates. Here's the first pitch from DeLuca to Druding. Strike called. Four games today, 9, 12, 3, and 6. It's a swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Ball 1. The Bulldogs, after last year going 0-16, up to 9-7 this year, the 7th seed in the A division. There's a ground ball foul. They'll have a date with the Firehawks tomorrow. Beat the Firehawks in their first regular season matchup in Williamstown. And a swing and a miss. He'll have a play at first. The throw is in time, and the inning is over. So the Americans get a run on an RBI ground out by Joe Bryson. We'll go to the bottom of the first. The Americans won, and the Nationals come in the bat after the break. Here on the national side, Joe Bryson getting the start for the second day in a row. Kind of maybe elect as an opener. He pitched 1 inning yesterday. Representing the national side leading off is number 11, Ernie DeSimone of the South Jersey Patriots. Their home field in Cape May Courthouse, as that one's up and away. I guess not terribly far from Atlantic City. I've actually never been to Atlantic City for a reason other than work, which it's 3-0. In the on-deck circle for the national side will be Kyle Horn of the South Jersey Clippers, who was the catcher. And that's ball 4. So 4-pitch walk to DeSimone. And this will bring up Kyle Horn. Again, last night's game ended 13-2. Kyle Voss, your player of the game, had 7 strikeouts in 3 innings. The game was won on a Tom Riley 3-run triple in the 8th inning. The only game of this weekend that was scheduled to play 9. That one skips in. Picked up by the Marlins catcher, Aiden Rogers. So Bryson yet to throw a strike. And there's your first strike call from the Angels left-hander. But we've got special events all throughout the day. We've got the silent auction going on back behind the plate from Bill's Sports Cards and Memorabilia. We've got concessions. We're going to talk a little bit about Atlantic City during the game, and we've got a couple of special guests. We're going to have the player of the game from each game join us in the next broadcast. So the single-A player of the game will join us in the double-A, as that throw is going to go to Jacob Taylor, or Bob Druding at second base, but it's a stolen bag for DeSimone of the Patriots. But hey, this is a fun opportunity, and when Mikey Sr. told me about this, you know, I said, hey, they're playing at Surf Stadium. That's pretty cool that they're revitalizing it, but this field has been kept up pretty well. I mean, just walking around the concourse, it's not perfect, but for the fact that it's been 17 years since professional baseball was last played here full-time in 2009, I would say it's held up for a 5,500-seat stadium. Swing and a miss. He got him. Kyle Horn strikes out swinging, and there's one away. So representing the Camden Pirates will be Josh Wyden in the 3 slot. Remember, his teammate JT DeLuca on the mound for the national side, at least to start. Grounded foul. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Head down, you got it.
That's what I love about the men's league, though. These guys have so much energy at 9 o'clock in the morning. We got time called. Oh, they got a loose baseball.
I don't know how to do that.
He said, you got to hustle. I don't know how to do that. Trust me, friend, I don't know either. That was Joe Campbell. But that's what I love about these summer games. You can kind of relax a little bit. You know, you can see the water of the bay in the background here in Atlantic City, with the view of the casinos in the back. So the Borgata is over that way, which is where Pop Lloyd Stadium is, where we played last night. Two strikes to Wyden. No, we've got a play over at second. And Bryson scampering off the bag. Excuse me, that is DeLuca batting. I apologize. And it was Wyden pitching. They both were wearing number 2, so I was a little bit thrown off. This one's popped up. Bryson takes off his cap. He'll go in front of the plate, and he'll make the catch. He's going to throw back to second, but no play. He's safe. There's 2 away. So here is now Shelton Marsden of the South Jersey Patriots, or this is Rob Traster of the Clippers. Yeah, some of these players are wearing identical numbers, so you kind of have to go by the jerseys. Like I said, Joe Bryson, a man that wears many different caps, played for the Clayton Orioles, representing in the All-Star game last night. Was the opener, as you could say. Although in the All-Star game, you're not going to get a lot of guys who throw multiple innings, but you still had a few. Ryan Hansberry for the Haddonfield Yankees threw multiple innings last night. So did Ryan Voss on the national side. 3 innings, 7 strikeouts, just 2 hits. Swing and a miss by Traster. No balls, 2 strikes to Traster. And the on-deck circle is Amit Shah, also representing the Clippers. Bryson's 0-2. Fastball skips in, Wallace saves it, or Rogers saves it, pardon. I'll get used to it more as the day goes on. But I will say, for single-A men's league, there are some good jerseys in the field. I mean, obviously, I'm partial to my own team's jerseys, the South Jersey Bulldogs, but I like the South Jersey Marlins. I like the Garden State Gators, what they're wearing. They've got their first baseman over there. I believe that's Tyler Schweikert, as the throw to third is not in time. He'll get in there. That's actually Spencer Corrigan over at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The national team trying to get their first run of the game and of the weekend here in the South Jersey NABA All-Star Games. Like we said last night, was the midweek division, the first of its kind. Not the first year for the midweek division, just the first year for an All-Star game for the midweeks. That one's away, 3-2. So Bryson was ahead in the count, 0-2, and now he's fallen behind 3-2 with 3 straight that have missed the zone. Bryson ready, runner on third and DeSimone, and a ground ball to third, foul towards the dugout. But just getting started with the heat of the day here in Atlantic City. The 3-2, foul back. 74 degrees this morning in Atlantic City. By the time we get to the heat of the day, it's going to get to 77. A wind blowing in from the northeast, so blowing in from right field. And thank goodness that we are going to hopefully miss some of the rain that's coming from down south. Baltimore and D.C. are going to get washed away today. And we are, knock on wood, in the clear. There's a ground ball. That'll get through the middle for a base hit. Run scores from third. DeSimone comes in. And there's an RBI single off the bat of Traster. It's a 1-1 game. So here is Amit Shah after the RBI. In the 5 slot for the national side. And after him will be another South Jersey Patriots player the on-deck circle. This ball's fouled back by Shaw over to the third base side. Bryson's pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball's down the left field line. Might be the first one to get into the stands tonight for a foul ball. Bryson ready. Shaw. That ball's hit down the left field line. It's hit pretty deep. And, it's a fair ball. He dove for it. He couldn't get there. Coming around third, it'll be Traster coming in to score. So one Clipper drives in another, and the boat's sailing. 2-1. Amit Shah, RBI double, down the left field line. Outside. There's a strike called. So back-to-back RBIs. Another strike called, 2 strikes now on West. Or excuse me, on Sheldon Marsden. He was number 12 on the roster, but donning a number 27 jersey. Maybe he had it in the laundry. That one's fouled back. It'll be Tyler Franco on deck for the Pirates if the inning continues. 2-1 National after back-to-back RBI knocks. That one misses high. Bryson thought he had that one. Didn't get it, though. And the pitch. That one hits him. So Marsden gets on. It's 3 straight base runners here for the National side, and now it'll be Tyler Franco. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. I mean, the first 2 outs came fairly quickly. A walk and then a strikeout and a pop-up, but then 3 straight base runners kind of messed up the whole ordeal here for Bryson. It'll be Karn, Bond, and Rogers. 5, 6, and 7 in the top of the second for the American side. Here's the pitch. Runners started to go, but the ball gets away. It was fouled. They'll say it made contact on Franco's bat. Bryson looks back at second. No play there. Strike called. 0-2. Bryson's 0-2. That one's low. Rogers picks it up. Bit of a trail off the bag. They'll throw back. And it's not in time. Here's the 1-2. That ball's cracked in the left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to get in front of the center fielder. They'll pick this one up. It's an RBI double off the bat of Tyler Franco. Runner from second scores. We've got runners on second and third now, and it's now a 3-1 game. Good piece of hitting there. Out to left center field. And this will now bring up, representing the discounts, it'll be Maurice Lewis. And then after him will be Josh Clemente from the Hamilton Bulldogs. But after a quick 2 outs, 4 straight base runners have reached here for the national side. Kind of how it was last night. You know, almost had a way to get out of it, although they didn't score in the first inning off of Bryson. They had, you know, somebody else come in, and then, you know, he struggled with walks. There were a grand total of 8 walks allowed by the American side. I think it was just a little bit lopsided in terms of who had the arms and who didn't. And that'll be ball 4. So Lewis walks. Well, they've now got McNeil batting, so I think they're going to skip over Josh Clemente for now, or they're going to put him somewhere else in the order. It also doesn't really matter all that much where you hit as long as it's consistent. But a quick mound visit here with Bryson. Now, a note for today, there is a hard stop at 11:30 a.m. Every game has to start on time, so if we can't get to 7 innings by 11:30, it'll be a hard stop after 2 hours and 30 minutes. So the 9th batter of the inning is going to be McNeil of the Firehawks. Strike called. That ball's lined back up the middle. Might have a play at second. No, well, the play at first. He got him. And the inning is over. So the national side leaves the bases loaded, but they score 3 and bring 9 to the plate. We go to the second. It's the Nationals 3 and the Americans 1. Welcome back. Top of the second inning here from Surf Stadium in Atlantic City. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Ben Wilden, our producer tonight, or today, this morning, this afternoon, tonight, whatever. That one misses high. The batter is Andrew Karn. The Americans scored their first run on an RBI ground out. No hits yet for the American side. And one strikeout for Josh Wyden. Strike called. So Karn, Bond, and Rogers. Bond also played in last night's game for the South Jersey Devil Rays as a ground ball picked up, bobbled at second base. He'll have time at first. Picks that one up. It's out number one. So this will be Jacob Bond now after the 4-3 ground out. Karn took a little while to get back to the dugout. And we're 2 pitches into the next at bat, and he's walking. And now, just before the third pitch, he gets back into the dugout as that one misses up and in. Bond also part of the Deptford Demon Knights in the black and red. That one is ball 4 to Bond. So here is now representing the Marlins, the catcher Aiden Rogers. So ground ball and a walk, but now a ground ball could start a double play. Throw back to first. He got him. Bond got caught sleeping at first. No double play, but that's just as good. Got picked off. It's got to be embarrassing to get picked off in the All-Star game. But there you have it. Here's the pitch. There's a strike called. That one misses to Rogers. It'll be Jacob Taylor of the Bulldogs in the on-deck circle in the 8 slot. Remember, this is every player on every team will bat as there's a ground ball. There's free substitutions. Throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So not a 1-2-3, but Wyden faces the minimum. We go to the bottom of the second, 3-1 in favor of the Nationals. Excuse me. Welcome back from Atlantic City at Surf Stadium. We've got a good ball game so far. It's 3-1 in favor of the national side. Joe Bryson still pitching. Allowed 9 batters to come to bat. We've got our first lefty-lefty matchup of the morning. It'll be Joshua Rosa who sends this one in the center field, and it gets down. Rosa's going to try for 2. He'll have a play at second, but the throw is wide. It'll be a double for Joshua Rosa to lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Newfield Discounts. Good way to get bat on ball there. It's the 4th hit of the day so far. 3 out of the 4 hits for the national side have been doubles. Strike called. Throw back to second, not in time. Here's the pitch. Oh, misses up and in. Bryson delivers. That ball's roped, but it's foul. Look out. Went up near the first base stands and went out of play. I'm thinking somebody in the AAA or Elite Division later tonight might hit one out of here. I'm thinking it can happen. I don't know if it's guaranteed, but I think it can happen, if you ask me. Swing and a miss. Wyden wavers at that one. 2 strikes on him now. But the hustle and bustle of Atlantic City starting to wake up here this Saturday morning. Probably a couple of folks coming down shore. Oh. That was strike 3. I wonder if that was a strike called by the umpire, because unless we had the count wrong, I thought he might have rung him up for taking too long. I've seen umpires do that before for, adding on a strike. I don't know what happened there, but there's one away. And it's a strike called to Gary Cole, the first baseman for the national side. Is after the leadoff double, they'll try to add on their 4th run of the game. There's a line drive by Cole. That's a ground ball to short. Picked up by the Gators shortstop. That throw to his own first baseman, Corrigan, is no good. So Cole beats it out, but debatable on what you want to call that, especially at the single-A men's league level. It'll be Ricky Bessick's now. Yeah, I'll be generous. I'll call it a hit. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to be generous all day. I've only got a little bit of generosity to give. Bryson delivers to Bessick's of the South Jersey Firehawks. There's a strike called. I have always been a fan of the Firehawks jerseys that they've rolled out, the black pants and the red to black gradient. Gives me some City Connect vibes, but you can also go a little bit crazier with the jerseys when it's a, Sunday League men's baseball team. There's a ground ball foul by Bessick's. The Firehawks led by Rob Lyle of Gloucester City. Good gentleman. Got to have some good conversations with him. And got to play the Firehawks earlier in the year with my time with the Bulldogs over at Owens Park in Williamstown, which is funny because it's a park that I've covered both a high school baseball game and I've played in for NABA. That one is fouled back. Look out. That's off the top of the net. And that's going to roll up there. See if this gentleman's going to grab it. I don't know if he's going to look for it. Nope, Donovan's got it. With all the foul balls we might see tonight, might be a good idea for Zach Hampel to show up, but runners on first and third. Bessick swings and misses through a curveball. Runner's coming home, but he's out. The runner on first made it an automatic strikeout, so there was no dropped third strike. The runner did move Cole from first to second. So runners on second and third now after Bessick struck out. And that ball's floated into center field. This could drop, and it does. It bounces off the center fielder's glove. Rosa will score. Cole will score. That's a 2-run single. And it's now a 5-1 game. This ball's a ground ball to short. He'll have a play. He'll go to the easy bag at second, and the inning is over. 5-1 game after 2 frames here in Atlantic City. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back. There's the Sandcastle scoreboard here at Surf Stadium. It's a good day for baseball. The first of 4 games in the South Jersey NABA All-Star Games. Ricky Bessick Jr. is the new pitcher. Jacob Taylor is the batter. Ball misses. Five to 1 national side in the top of the third. It's a swing and a miss. Remember, hard stop for all games, 2 hours, 30 minutes in. So for the first game, the hard stop will be at 11:30, so that we can start at 12. There's no lights here, so they cannot afford, by any measure, to fall behind. That's one of the things that is not here from the original stadium that closed in 2009 was the light towers, that they got rid of those. I don't know when. That skips in. Bessick stumbled on the mound. Swing and a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Taylor. If you're just joining us, 5 to 1. American scored first in the top half of the first inning on an RBI ground out. And the full count from Bessick to Taylor is ball 4. So Taylor will walk. And he'll lead off the third with a free pass. This will now bring up Mark Colligan representing the Garden State Gators. That one is high. From the stretch, and it's called strike, 1-1. Runner on first, nobody out. A roller could get you a double play ball. You really never know. Checked over at first, though. We did have a pickoff over there with Jacob Bond, so not completely unprecedented, to say the least. That one is low. But I mean, hey, this is fun so far. Family's here, and you know, if you know one of the players and you want to watch them play, and then, you know, once their game is done, have a little bit of fun in Atlantic City, and, you know, maybe go on the beach. I don't think the beaches are free in Atlantic City. I think it's Cape May and Wildwood that are the only quote-unquote free beaches in South Jersey. I think Atlantic City is one of those places where you got to have the beach tag, as there's a swing and a miss by Colligan. But the sacrifice with Wildwood beaches is that they're free, but you have to walk for 40 days and 40 nights to get there. As that'll be ball 4 to Colligan. Back-to-back walks for Bessick. To lead off his relief pitching appearance. So we'll now bring up Alex Cadwallader in the 10 slot. Marlins have done fairly well this year at 11-5. Like we said, mostly 3 representatives on every team. It's not like the Major League Baseball All-Star Game where it is solely based on, like, you know, every team has to have 1 representative and some have more than others. In this case, every team gets 3 representatives. The only difference was last night there weren't enough teams in the midweek division. I think they mixed between AAA, AA, and Single A midweek, and there were some teams that had 4, some teams that had just a few. As that ball gets away from DeSimone, it goes right behind him to the backstop, and Taylor was coming home. Now he's going to go back to third. Aggressive base running by Jacob Taylor, but he's going to hold up here. That backstop is a lot deeper than it was last night at Pop Lloyd Stadium. Probably about 20 to 25 feet, but that's expected for a professional field. By the way, if you're planning to come to Atlantic City today for one of the games, admission is free and so is parking. Plenty of open space to sit. There will be concessions available behind home plate towards the first base side, and there is also a silent auction being run by the manager of the Philadelphia A's, represented, by Bill's Sports Cards and Memorabilia, and memorabilia that provides. The auction will run from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. today. So the auction will end at the start of the Elite Division game. Updates will be posted on the Facebook and Instagram pages of Bill's Sports Cards and Memorabilia, and memorabilia that provides. So if you'd like to be a part of that, that's ball 4. The bases are loaded now as Bessex has walked 3 straight. And here's a good friend of mine, Tyler Clayton, Clearview grad. The guy that, when I started out with the Bulldogs and I didn't have a pair of batting gloves, pulled a pair out of his bag and said, "Here, you can keep them." Very nice guy. You know, he's got 2 kids. He's doing pretty well for himself. I mean, you know, he's a guy that's very competitive, as that's a strike called. Doing a little bit of everything, though. He told me he might be able to pitch today, but he said it depends on his manager in Matt Yaslov. That one's up and in. He was on the 2016 Clearview team that won their first ever sectional title in South Jersey Group 3. They won a second title in 2021 over Williamstown. That one is low. After him, it'll be Tyler Schweiker representing the Garden State Gators. Bessex ready. That one's up and out, and it's 3-1. So Bessex really risking some trouble here. He's walked 3 straight batters. Now they already brought JT DeLuca out of the dugout. He's going to throw in the bullpen, the so-called bullpen down the right field line. I mean, hey, it's still better of a bullpen setup than most of the fields I've seen. But hey, that's nobody's fault in particular. That's just baseball for you. You play where you can. That's ball 4. 4 straight walks and a run scores. It's 5-2, and Clayton's own teammate in Jacob Taylor will come in. Although I will say the Firehawks home field at Owens Park, that is probably one of the nicer or nicest men's league fields that I've played at. I think it's without a doubt that the number 1 baseball field in South Jersey that's not Rutgers Camden is Alcyon Park in Pittman. But they usually don't have any morning games there. They're usually all at night. The Diamond Classic held there. The Diamond Classic final has been there since 2021. Before then, it was held at Eastern Regional High School, Joe Hartman Diamond. Fouled back off the netting by Schweiker. That ball gets away, and another run will score. Colligan comes in from third. Everybody moves up on the wild pitch. And it's now 5-3. So a better predicament here for the American side as Bessex allows 2 runs to come in. Schweiker takes outside. It's 2-0. I think if you were to ask me my top 5 favorite baseball fields in South Jersey, I think number 1 has to be Rutgers Camden. Number 2 has to be Alcyon Park in Pittman. This one's fouled back. Look out. That one's up in the reserve suites. Unfortunately, nobody reserved those for today. No owner's box up here. The 2-1. This one's also fouled back, same spot. With where Schweiker's hitting, I'm a little bit worried that I didn't bring my glove today. We came close a few times when we did games at Trenton Thunder Stadium. We did a couple high school games there before Trenton renovated their field. They'll be 3-2 now. We did 3 high school games there in 2025. Maple Shade versus Holy Cross, Sayreville versus Matawan, and the best of them all was J.P. Stevens versus South River, a Central Jersey matchup. Julius Rosado, who's now at Rutgers, hit a home run 430 feet into the parking lot. Good comeback that time by Bessex. He strikes him out on a 3-2 fastball. And now it will be Spencer Corrigan of the Gators with 1 away in the 3rd. Back-to-back teammates for the Garden State Gators as that ball gets away, but it's right in front of the plate. I don't think DeSimone saw it for a second. Somebody looking for the foul ball. I think they went up in the suites up there.
Here. Okay.
I don't know.
Up there. One did go, but it didn't bounce.
Here's the 1-0. That one's outside. That's what I was saying. I remember growing up, going to games like these and just running after the foul balls when I was like 8 or 9 years old, maybe 10. I didn't care that I had to give them back. It was the act of chasing it and trying to catch one. That was such a great memory for me. It's actually only one time that I've caught a line drive foul ball on the fly, or any kind of fly ball on the fly as a spectator. It was at a Wilmington Blue Rocks game. I want to say it was 2019 or 2021. It was Blake Perkins, who's now with the Brewers. And I remember it stung on my hand so hard as we're going to have a pitching change. JT DeLuca is going to come in for representing the Pirates, as Bessex will come out after a 1/3 of an inning. But I'll finish up this story and then we'll go to break. So it hit my hand so hard that it stung basically for the next 2 innings. And I looked at it on StatCast, because Wilmington had StatCast info in the ballpark, and it was 96 off the bat. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that was a different experience for 15-year-old me. But DeLuca's on the mound. Bessex is out. We'll take a quick break. It's 5-3 in favor of the national team. Representing the Camden Pirates, JT DeLuca is the new pitcher. He replaces Ricky Bessex. There's a strike called. That one misses, and that's ball 4. First base now occupied after Corrigan walks. And here now representing the Angels, I think. Or yes, it is. That is Joe Campbell in the 14 slot. I don't think I've had any games with 14 batters in it since Little League, when everybody hit on the team. But I like this format too. You know, instead of having to take people in and out, there's a ground ball to third. He'll tag the bag. Wyden's got to throw to first. That's a double play. What a way to get out of it. A 5-3 double play on the ground ball, and he retires Joe Campbell on the grounder. They do get 2 runs back. It's 5-3. Americans going to the bottom of the third.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well. The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside. It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need. And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives. If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. So DeSimone will start us off. Jacob Taylor is the new pitcher for the Bulldogs, as he'll fire that one away. So with DeSimone the batter, we are now at the top of the order. After Weniger was the last batter in the 15 slot. He walked and scored in his first at bat, or in his first plate appearance, pardon. Scored on a Rob Traster RBI single. So it'll be DeSimone, Horn, and DeLuca, 1, 2, and 3. Strike called to DeSimone of the South Jersey Patriots. Horn in his first at bat struck out swinging. Taylor delivers. Up and in. So behind us, you'll see a truck going across the way. Behind us is the now permanently closed airstrip known as Bader Field. There still is an air traffic control tower, or an FAA tower, and I do think there is some commercial aviation or civilian aircraft, training that goes on here. So I think the airfield is still somewhat active, but I don't think it's entirely active. I know there used to be concerts on the field back in the day, back 15, 20 years ago. That guy's off to a good start this morning. Got his pontoon boat or speedboat. Runner on first, nobody out after DeSimone walked. That one gets away. Rogers has to go pick it up. Runner will get down to second. So DeSimone now in scoring position here for the catcher Horn, representing the South Jersey Clippers. Swinging a foul back. As you can hear on the headset, wind blowing in from right field. That ball is lined into right center field. That's going to get down. This will be playable for Clayton in right. He'll have a play at the plate. Runner's coming in, but it's cut off by Taylor. Now the ball gets away. Rogers has to pick it up. It's an RBI single for Kyle Horn, and it's now 6-3 in favor of the Nationals. It's a good piece of hitting out to right center field. A strong arm by Clayton, just couldn't get it down. Now here is DeLuca after the RBI single by Horn. Fouled back by DeLuca. One ball, one strike. Taylor delivers. That one's up and away for the Bulldogs right-hander. Runner goes. Rogers throw to third, not in time. And Horn steals third base. Swing and a miss. Strike two. And that is outside. DeLuca walks. Third straight base runner allowed by Taylor. It'll be runners on first and third. Horn picking up a stolen base and advancing on a wild pitch. It'll now be Rob Traster. That ball is grounded to short. It'll be bobbled by Bond, and he won't have a play. He'll eat it. That'll be an error on the shortstop, but it brings in a run. It brings in Horn. So Traster brings in another run, although it won't be an RBI, and it's now 7-3 in favor of the National side. So DeLuca now to second. And now it'll be another Clipper and Amit Shah. He had the RBI double in his first at bat. First pitch to Shah is outside. We're just joining a 7-3 game here in the bottom of the third inning of the A-Division All-Star game for South Jersey NABA. Strike call. 1-1. So Amit Shah trying to get his second hit and maybe his second or even his third RBI. Here's a swing and a miss. Taylor delivers. This one's popped up back towards the stands. One landed somewhere down. That's what I'm talking about. You can get the kids up here and get somebody to grab those foul balls. They'll love it. Bring a glove and rack up a couple foul balls, give them back, and Shaw gets hit. Taylor next Shaw. That's now 5 straight base runners to reach, and the bases are loaded. So here is Sheldon Marsden. Meeting here with the manager of the American side, Matt Yoslav. Umpire to go grab a baseball. Like we said, there is a hard stop at 11:30. So regardless of how far we get, they got to turn over the field, and they have to have every game start on time. Swing and a miss by Marsden. And it's 0-1. This ball's popped up. Foul down the right field line. Somebody's saying that it hit a car. I'm hoping it's not mine. Not a good. That's not a good omen. Another one foul back. Look out! Hits the bricks and ricochets off one of the seats in the 100 level. Bases loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Taylor still with nobody out. That ball gets away. It'll be 3-2. DeLuca's going to come in to score. And it's now 8-3 in favor of the Nationals. So DeLuca comes in on the wild pitch. Taylor taking his time. He's got 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, and 2 clippers on base. Shaw on second, and Traster on third. That's a foul ball. Time called, and it hit the batter. Back-to-back hit by pitches. You got to remember these players also, some of them have to play tomorrow too. So here is Tyler Franco now. Strike called. Taylor delivers outside to DeLuca. Now it's cooled down a little bit now that the sun has gone briefly behind the clouds. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. But this crowd's going to file in as we go along here this afternoon. And, well, this morning now. Going to be this afternoon. Eight to 3 in favor of the national team in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Taylor has put the first 6 batters he's faced on base. 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, a single and an error, and he finally picks up the first out. It's a swing and a miss to Franco. And now Lewis will bat, Maurice Lewis, for the discounts. Still bases loaded, can definitely widen this lead. One ball, no strikes. And strike called, 1-1. Runs inside, not called, 2-1. Here at the Sandcastle in Atlantic City, New Jersey, I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Ben Wilden. Donovan Schmidt will be helping us out throughout the day. If you're coming to Atlantic City to watch these games or to be here for some of the games later today, admission is free and so is parking. This one's popped up. This one's going to go over towards first base. It's going to go out of play. Here's where the lucky ball lands. The AA All-Star game will follow this one at noon. I've said it ad nauseum before, but it's a hard stop at 11:30, so we're already at 10:24. I'd say, given the pace so far, probably a good chance that you're not going to see all 7 here in the first game. Somebody did correct me, and they said that Cape May is not free beaches. You have to have a tag. Maybe it is just Wildwood then. That's just free. But again, you have to. Ocean City's free too. 54th Street and down. Not near the boardwalk. Okay. I'm not in Ocean City that often. It's a ground ball to third. Gets the out at the third base bag. Run will score. And Lewis able to beat it out down the first base line. It's now 9-3, but it is the second out of the inning. It'll be a 5 unassisted fielder's choice. And it scores Traster. No clue. No clue. Sometimes I don't question things around here. McNeil on the first pitch grounds it to short. He'll have a play at second, and Druding picks it up to end the inning. So Taylor works through a rough patch, and he allows 4 runs to score. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 9-3 Nationals.
Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of Dog Professional Wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman, and if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear.
Woo!
Top of the fourth inning, ground ball foul. JT DeLuca still the pitcher here for the national side. They lead this one 9-3 after scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the third. Strike call. For the American side, we've got Wallace leading us off. Runs in. It's 1, 2, and 3. Wallace, Costello, and Bryson. 2 representatives of the Tankies Angels in the 2 and 3 slots. 1 runs in. The Americans got 2 runs back in the top of the third. Bases loaded walk with Tyler Clayton at the plate, and followed that by a wild pitch that brought in run number 3. This one popped up, back behind the plate. Look out. Oh, he might have a grab here. Hey! I'm glad I had that camera moving there. He just picked it up on 1 bounce. Back in the 1890s, that was an out. And maybe in some modified version of banana ball, maybe that's an out. Good take by Wallace. I think DeLuca's going to ask to check. They're going to say no. That's ball 4 to Wallace. It's his first time reaching base this morning, and it'll now be Costello. Oh, he shattered the bat. The bat goes halfway into the stands. Looks like everybody's okay. There was nobody sitting down there. Where did that go? I think Jacob, yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. And Jacob Taylor. So that, hold on, let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That went 5 rows into the stands. And unfortunately, he's going to have to get some new lumber. The good news is he's on first base. It's a fielder's choice. I have never seen a broken bat fly that far before. Throw down to second. Not in time. So Costello gets to second. With now Joe Bryson, the batter. This ball is hit in the left center field, and it is caught. Good grab in center by Josh Rosa. That's 2 away. So here is Bob Druding. Druding now for the Bulldogs, batting with a runner on second. And 2 away. Ground ball in between third and short. That's going to be stopped. Wyden has trouble with it. That would have been a tough play anyway, but Druding's going to beat it out for an infield single. Puts runners on the corners now for the Americans as they try to claw back into this game here in the fourth. Now for Andrew Karn. night. Strike call. Karn 0 for 1. Ground ball, third base side, out to short. Now Wyden's going to make up for it. He throws it over to first, and that's in time. So they get out of the jam. They give up a fielder's choice, a walk, and a single on a broken bat that goes 5 rows over the dugout into the stands. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 9-3 in favor of the Nationals.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Welcome back. It is 9-3. Americans failed in the top half. Bob Druding at an infield single, but nothing more. A 6-3 ground out into the inning off the bat of Karn. The new pitcher for the national side, or pardon, for the American side, will be Mark Colligan of the Garden State Gators, and his first batter will be Josh Rosa of the Discounts. He had a double in the second inning. Strike called to Rosa. Rosa, Wyden, and Cole. 10, 11, and 12. Here in the bottom of the fourth, trying to extend the lead. Ball's floated into left center field. Could be playable. It will drop in front of Bryson. It's a base hit. Leadoff single for Josh Rosa. And it'll now send up Josh Wyden of the Camden Pirates. So Rosa now 2 for 2. Strike called to Wyden. By the way, your umpires for today's game, it's John Double behind the plate, Matt Lawler in the field. They will switch spots for game 2. The final games will be Jason Carroll and Victor Torres. Runner goes. This one is poked. Look out. That one's going to drop foul just to our left. Ben, what do you think are the odds that we're going to get a foul ball in the booth today? You think, like scale 1 to 10?
I think we're going to get one.
You think we're going to get one?
Yeah. A John Kruk grab or
yeah. I didn't bring my glove, although I probably would have dropped it even if I had my glove. But
At the butter? You had butter this morning?
At the what?
You had butter this morning?
Did I? No, I said if I had a glove, I would have dropped it. No, I didn't. We got another one fouled back. He's talking about butter or something. I'm like,
Butterfingers.
oh, Butterfinger. Okay. I thought you were asking if I had butter this morning. I'm like, no, I had an Uncrustable for breakfast at 6:30. So that's the American way. Because really, men's league baseball will show you what a real American breakfast is. Yeah. Uncrustables and C4 energy drinks.
And an injection.
Yeah, well. Well, we're almost past time here in the Single A All-Star game. It's 10:40. Hard stop is at 11:30 this morning. And no throw to second. That ball was inside to Gary Cole of the Newfield Discounts. Rosa gets down to second after Wyden struck out. That was the first out. Bessix Jr. of the Firehawks on deck. Pitch from Colligan, ground ball to third. Picked up by Cadwaller. Throw to first. Taylor picks it up. It's in time. Rosa's going to get down to third. There's 2 away. So bring up Bessix. Bessix had a brief relief appearance on the hill, but only made it a third of an inning and walked 3 batters before he was taken out. So still a good play to ground that ball to the right side, to the left side of the infield, and still get that runner moved to third. It's not easy, but a little bit of speed there from Rosa. This one's a ground ball, sharply hit to Druding. Druding bobbles it. He'll have a play. He's safe. It'll be an error on Druding. It keeps the inning alive. Bessix will reach. Rosa will score, and it's now 10-3. Bessix goes. He'll take inside. Not a strike. Throw down to second, not in time. And Bessix steals second base with the batter in West. Swing and a miss. Foul back to the net. Bessix started to go, but nothing there. Here comes a throw down to third. It is in time. So he gets Bessics at third, and the inning is over. They score another run, and it's a 7-run lead going to the fifth. 10-3 National. I'll be able to give you an answer. I just got to think about it. Top of the fifth inning here from Surf Stadium in Atlantic City. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Ben Wilden. Donovan Schmidt will be helping us out later in the day as there's a ground ball. Foul ball down the left field line off the bat of Bond. For the Demon Knights, Bond, Rogers, and Taylor in the top of the fifth inning. Bond waits on one, grounds it to third. Wyden's got to play. The throw is a little bit high, but Shaw brings it down at first. With the new pitcher in Watson. So, one away. Here is Rogers. Looking for their first run since the third inning. Lollipops one in there, and it just misses. 1-0. Marlins catcher, it's called a strike. He disagrees with him, but it doesn't matter. No ABS in NABA. That one's fouled back. The ABS system does raise a handful of questions about the future of technology in Major League Baseball, because now the minor leagues they've not only been using ABS for a few years now, but they've been using a check swing version of ABS that uses a camera from the side of the batter facing the front to see if they broke the plane. There's a strike called, and Rogers goes down looking, 2 away. But I think the big thing about technology in baseball is that whether you like it or not, it's going to continue to evolve. But the more that it evolves at the top, it's also going to trickle down to the lower levels as well. We now have replay review in NCAA Division I, II, and III. That wasn't even a thought, maybe even 5 or 6 years ago. This one's fouled back towards us. Oh, hit something. Yeah, it hit over to our left. Somebody's going to go grab it. He's got to run. The 0-1. He's outside. He's going to look for it. He's looking. I don't want to help him. I want to kind of let him figure it out on his own. You're not supposed to help him, Ben. I want to let him explore. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball back to the mound. It's going to be a tough play for Watson. Throw to first is in time. He got him. Bang, bang play. Taylor's out, and the inning is over. He finally found the ball, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 10-3 in favor of the Nationals. Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning here from the former home of the Atlantic City Surf. Still got Colligan in for the Garden State Gators. Ball's floated by Watson in the right field. This one could drop, and it will in front of Corrigan. It's a base hit. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, or excuse me, in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Americans really wanted to cut into the lead here, but might not be happening just so soon. pitch. There's a strike called. Sun fading in and out, and the wind picking up a little bit from the bay, which is probably why the wind is blowing in from right field. That one missed. That's what I keep saying. It's going up, and then I got to fix the camera so that it doesn't look like a bomb is going off as that ball's floated into center field. There's a base hit for West. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Or excuse me, for Weniger. Base hit for him. Back-to-back singles off of Colligan. And now we'll go back to the top of the order for DeSimone of the Patriots for his third plate appearance. He's 0 for 0 right now, 2 walks. He's come around to score both times. Here's the pitch. Swing, and let's see, got it. 0-1. That traffic continuing to build up a little bit. Not really traffic, but just cars coming down to Atlantic City for the day. This one's popped up by DeSimone. Finally puts it in play to straightaway right field. Oh, and he drops it. Goes right out of the glove of Corrigan. Everybody's going to move up, but nobody's too urgent. He's going to try to score. Now he's between second and third, and he's going to hold up. So Watson stops there. And now Kyle Horn has a chance to extend the lead. He's already got an RBI. That'll be an E9 and right. So actually, DeSimone is now going to be 0 for 1. Strike called. Misses away. Horn tried to square up to bunt, but he didn't get there. Ball's skied down the right field line. Bryson almost had a play. Lands in the first row. Here's the 1-2. And that is strike 3 called. Horn goes down on strikes. And Mark Colligan picks up his first strikeout. He's now 1 for 3. And there's one away. So here is DeLuca. There's a ground ball by DeLuca, out to short. This could be 2. He'll pick it up. Druding, tough play, didn't get there. That was Taylor over at second base. The run scores. And a base is loaded. It's going to be a fielder's choice with no out recorded. So DeLuca gets there, and it's now 10-3. Or excuse me, now 11-3 because the run did score. Yeah, bang play over at second. Wasn't sure where that was going to land, but it ends up being a 6-4 fielder's choice, again with no out recorded. Foul back from Traster. 2 for 2, 2 RBI singles. That's a line drive by Traster. What did that hit? I think that hit off his glove. Now 2 runs are going to score. It's going to be a 2-run single for Rob Traster. He's going to be up to 4 RBIs. So the Clayton, or yeah, excuse me, I kept blanking. The South Jersey Clippers product gives himself a favor. It's now 13-3. I think he's got a good case for player of the game. They will take him out, and Tyler Clayton will come in. We'll take a quick break, and it's 13-3 in favor of the Nationals.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well. The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside. It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need. And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives. If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research.
Welcome back. Runners on first and second. It's a 13-3 game. Tyler Clayton, the Clearview grad, will come in. He gets a swing and a miss out of Amit Shah. Ball gets to the backstop. I don't think the catcher saw it. Now here comes DeLuca. He was going to score, and he's going to hold up. All smiles from Tyler Clayton there. I think there was a little miscommunication there with Andrew Karn behind the dish. I don't think he knew where that ball was going. So Traster down to second. DeLuca to third. 2 runners in scoring position here for Amit Shah, who is 1 for 1. Had an RBI double to open up the scoring. Checked it, held back, and the ball was outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Outside again. That ball is crushed into left field. It's hit pretty well going back. Clement has the count, and he falls down. It's a sacrifice fly. They're going to appeal back to third in case he left early. And he made the catch, but he blew a tire, and it's going to be 14-3. Oh my goodness. Oh man. They're going to pull him off the field. Okay. So without number 2. Okay, so I think they're going to rush the time a little bit. They're going to get us to the 6th inning now. So we'll switch sides. It's an 11-run game, and it's 14-3 after the break. All right. Heard something.
Yeah, the challenge.
Yeah, they did the. So. Yeah, I don't know about that, but it's a 13-3 game. So to catch up to speed, the run did not count. It was a successful double play. It was an appeal at third, so it will be a 7-5 double play on the appeal, and it's now a 13-3 game. So we're in the top of the 6th. Colligan, the pitcher, or the former pitcher, is the batter. Sorry about the confusion. It was just, I was laughing so hard because of Zach Costello's unfortunate stumble in left field. I mean, he blew a tire as he was making the catch. How can you not laugh at that? I was like, wait a second, they're pulling him off the field with 2 outs, and then it kind of clicked in my head that, oh, it was a double play. So my bad on that. I'll shake off the rust and get a little bit better as the day goes on, but it's just past 11 o'clock. We're here at Surf Stadium in Atlantic City, just off the highway here, and just a mile or 2 away from the famous casinos, as Bessics tried to cut it off. Didn't have a play, and that's not mine. That was Mikey's phone. Everybody wake up. It's time to get up. I remember one time I was at a Phillies game, and somebody, maybe the intern in the press box, accidentally turned on the music in the middle of a pitch. It was like, I don't know, it was like Thunderstruck or something, and the pitcher's in his windup, and he goes to throw, and then you hear, and then we're like, uh-oh. The umpires had to call time as there's a fly ball into center field, a base hit for Cadwallader. So an error and a single Now here's Tyler Clayton, the pitcher. Trying to drive in some runs, get some offense back for the Americans. Remember, hard stop at 11:30. So, although there are some players from the AA division checking in now as a fly ball to third. Bessix goes over, and he will make the catch. Left side. Clayton is retired for out number 1. For the record, though, that was not my phone alarm. Hey, we just joke around here. Here's a pop. Here's Schweikert after the pop-up from Clayton. Schweikert 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at bat. 2 on, 1 away, and a swing and a miss. Popped up by Schweikert, center field. Going in is wide in. He'll make the catch. Runners hold, and there's 2 away. Little slow applause for Schweikert as he goes back to the dugout. Now here's his teammate in Corrigan. Played a couple of different positions tonight. Right field, first base. That time to Corrigan, 1-0. Swing and a miss by Corrigan, 1-1. Outside. Watson to Corrigan, popped up. This is going to go foul. Lands off the bricks. Goes halfway up into, what's that, 206? 201, 202, 203, 204, okay, so 207. At least I think that's how the seating chart works around here. I have no idea. I'm just riffing at this point. Here's the pitch. That one's high. Yeah, we got 4 games today, so we are going to be having some fun. In the next game, Bill Mason, the Philadelphia A's manager, he's going to come up for an inning, and he's going to talk about the silent auction happening at the ballpark with Bill's sports cards and memorabilia. As there's a fly ball popped up into shallow right. It'll be caught, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is 13-3. Wait. That, I believe, is the ball game, and it is. So they decide to blow the whistle a little bit early, and the national side, well, they're 2-0 this weekend. They won 13-2 in last night's midweek All-Star game, and the second game will go final with a final score of 13-3. Your MVP in the 6-inning contest will be Rob Traster of the South Jersey Clippers. He went 3 for 3, 3 singles and 4 RBIs in the win out of the cleanup spot. He had everything going for him with the bats, and he gets our player of the game and the South Jersey NABA MVP trophy for this All-Star game. We'll stick around. We'll see if they give him the presentation, and they will. All right, that'll be all for us in Game 1. We've got Game 2 coming up at 12 noon. It'll be the AA division coming up here from Surf Stadium in Atlantic City. I'm Dan Wilkins with my producer Ben Wilden. We'll see you at 12.